Gal, your go-to gal for all things health, diet, fitness, and happy living. How are you today? I'm doing well. It got a little chilly now in South Carolina. It's a rainy, nasty day, and we're getting into soup season. This fly is driving me absolutely insane. Let me get my swatter out. I thought maybe I'd make an easy minestrone that is packed with veggies, okay? And it's so flavorful, but I doctor it a little bit, which I'll fill you in on later. So always start with organic ingredients, okay? You can also put chicken in this. Sometimes I put meat in it also, but there's so much protein with the beans that are going to go into it. So if you need more, then have that. I usually serve this with, my husband likes whole wheat elbows. I do gluten-free little bow ties sometimes. Tonight I'm gonna go strictly, no carbs, veggies and beans, okay, for a nice change up. So, now, you wash your hands, right? I did. So, it's a lot of vegetables. We have green beans, we have zucchini. Spinach is also going to go into it. Onions, carrots, celery, okay? So, we're hitting every vegetable food group there is pretty much. So now, what we're gonna do first is, I always like to chop my vegetables first, and then I put everything together. Because to me, that's like sous chefing prep kind of thing. So here we go. So all of this, the beauty of this is if you slow cook it, everything goes in the pot at once, okay? My handy dandy, I'm not so handy today. My handy dandy pampered chef chop. I love this thing. So, there we go. Onions are a little tough. Remember, you don't need organic onions. Bugs hate onions and garlic. They don't need to be organic, okay? So there's no pesticides on them. Rest of the veggies, well, we know how that goes. So, be very careful. Okay, now we got our carrots. I'm gonna quickly do that. This you can do the night before also, have it all ready to go and turn it on all day. You can also do this on the stove. I'm putting my eyes are gonna water. And with an Instapot. You can cook this in less than an hour, okay? Easy peasy. So if you get home and you realize, I want some soup, you can do this fast if you have an Instapot. Uh-oh. Stuck. Come on. We're on TV. Let's go. All right, we got that. You don't have to go crazy. It's your preference. That's the word I'm looking for. On how big you like your veggies. I like my soup to have some girth to it. I'm going to do the celery. All right. I pre-chopped all the green beans. This is 1.5 cups of green beans. So that's gonna go in there also. Oh my gosh, I gotta get rid of these onions. Woo! I'm burning. I was wondering if that trick where they tell you to put a piece of bread in your mouth, if that actually works, like absorbs the fumes from it. Nothing's ever worked for me. That's good enough. Chopping. Now, here's the easy part. Okay. Now we just throw it in here. All right. Scrape it. Oh. Lord Almighty, I forgot to insert. That would have been a disaster. Hang on, peeps. Here, this. Gotta love bloopers. Yes, and I'm in shorts. So, here we go. Let's get that in there. Good. Careful not to try and spill it all over the counter. All right. We're all chopped. We're ready to go. Okay. I'm gonna throw beans in there, 1.5 cups. It was 2 carrots, 2 celery, whole onion. Okay. We'll get that in there. We need, it's actually, you can get a 32-ounce can of diced tomatoes, okay? You put in tomatoes and the broth. Stick with organic, people. It's not that more expensive. All right, one. Okay, garbage right here. And here's two. Now this recipe calls for 6 cups of vegetable broth, which I don't have at the moment. So we're going to do, I only have 5 cups of broth right now, which is okay. I'll probably add water later, okay? It calls for 6, I only have 5 at the moment. Gotta go food shopping, fun. All right, shake it up good. Okay, all organic broth. Tastes exactly the same, chicken or vegetable, doesn't matter. If you're a beefy kind of person, well, you can do that too. I myself am not. All right, let's get this in there. It's just an extra little one I had. Okay, so that's like 5 cups. Now, beans. So I pre-rinsed them, okay? And as you can see, it takes 1 can of dark red beans and 1 of the cannellini beans, okay? So they're all rinsed. Let's throw them in. This is so simple, isn't it? It's crazy. Throw that back in. And now we need garlic, okay? I like to use, sometimes I use fresh garlic if I'm not in a hurry. Today I'm in a hurry. So we need 4 cloves, which I don't get crazy with. Actually, I do because my husband's Italian and you know, we love garlic, and besides, it keeps the vampires away. Okay, so there's 4 of that. All right, that was 4 tablespoons. You may not want as much, and if you can't do garlic, then omit it and the onion, okay? That's not a problem. So, what are we missing? Spice, that's what we're missing. So, now that we have all of that in, we're gonna start with spices. Okay, so basil, crushed basil. We need, oh, this one is open, and I know I have another one open. I hate when I do this. It's because my husband rearranges the cabinets on me, and then I can't find anything. Gotta love them. So, we're gonna do a teaspoon of basil. Okay. Try to get organic herbs too, because they're much more healthy. And then we need, now this I always put in, doesn't call for it, a teaspoon of thyme. Gives a nice rich flavor. Okay. We also have 2 times that. We also want half a teaspoon dried rosemary, because rosemary is kind of strong, but very good for you. Okay, let's see, rosemary, half a teaspoon of that. Now, I go in when it's all cooked and I redoctor everything, okay? Because the zucchini and the spinach have to go in at a later time. All right, so we need oregano. We have 1 teaspoon of oregano. Oops. Try to use stainless steel measuring spoons too, not plastic. You know how I feel about plastic. Hate plastic. And what are we missing? We're missing, they want 2 bay leaves. Okay, ooh, I gotta get bay leaves. Oh my goodness, I'm down to crumbs. 2 bay leaves. Okay, you know that whoever gets the bay leaf has to wash the dishes. That's just the law. It's actually Italian law. And then I don't put as much, they say like 1/8 of a teaspoon of crushed red pepper. I kind of just give it a little whirl. I don't want too much heat. Right, so it's just a shake really. So everything's in at the moment. So I'm gonna let this cook. Now my slow cooker is, there's something wrong with it. I have to get another one. So it cooks in less than 4 hours, even when it's on low for 4. This says you can cook on low for 6 to 8. Okay, so if yours is functioning correctly, put it on that and it'll be done. All right, that's that. We're gonna put the lid back on. Okay, we're gonna cook. And I'll see you back when we need to add the other stuff. Keep watching. Hi guys, so we're back. I'm gonna open this. I always open it carefully. The steam scares me. I'm gonna add the zucchini, the spinach, and here's where I doctor it a little bit. I'm not quite happy with the result. It smells delicious. Very nice. Okay, so we're gonna put in the zucchini, which I already chopped. Like I said, I like big chunks. You can chop this as small as you want. You're trying to hide the veggies in something, which I do. Your family will thank you later. All right, we get that in. Now we have explosion. It says a cup. I do everything by feel. All right, cup is probably about. What about that? Let's do a little for good luck. There we go. Stir it up a little bit. Okay, now, to me, the trick to this that makes it better is, now it's just like making sauce. Tomatoes have that bite, that acidity to it. So you want to get in, I usually do a couple pinches of brown sugar, okay? Just to cut that bite a little bit. You don't have to. Some people will use white sugar or anything like that, which is fine. And then what I do is I take low sodium, this is low sodium marinara from the Silver Powder. Because jarred sauce has a lot of sodium in it. Let's do most jarred and canned things. So always read your labels, very important. Okay, so we're gonna, now, so this will thicken up a little bit, okay? Now, I also like to, I didn't put any salt in. I'm usually minimal on the salt, but for taste, it's important. But I'm not gonna get nuts. Again, don't want too much sodium. Okay, we're gonna see how the spices it. Now, the last thing is red wine. Oh, it just gives such a flavorful aroma, and it's so good in here. And it's gonna cook down nicely. I cook it down a little further. This is gonna end in 39, but so that might be enough. When this cooks down a little bit with the sauce and the wine and everything in it, then I'm gonna adjust my spices, okay? And it's usually at this point also, I put the macaroni in. However, since I eat gluten-free and my husband eats regular, we cook them on the side and put it in as we need it. Whatever you prefer. Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna turn this, still on, I'm gonna cover it back up and let it cook down, and then I'll do my final seasoning. It's all to taste. It's all to taste. You know, no recipe is exact. So you have to, it's almost like chemistry, a little of this, a little of that, until it tastes good, that's all. Now before I go, I'm gonna put this top back on. So we don't lose our food. I will show you the finished product, I promise. Get this back on. Sometimes this is a pain in the butt. There we go, okay. Make sure it's still unvented, all right? When you're slow cooking, it's unvented. When you're pressure cooking, not vented. You want the pressure in there. Okay, so if you're interested in a Pampered Chef chopper, which is my lifesaver, or an Instant Pot, you can go right to Amazon. I'm going to include the link below for both of them, and easy peasy. They're actually cheaper on there, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'll be back in a minute just to show you the finished product. Bye. Okay guys, so this is the finished product. It looks delicious. Lots of vegetables. Oh, so good. So if you like it, then like it, share, subscribe, and watch more. All right, love you. Have a good night. Bye.